Hi and welcome. I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I chat about my love of cross stitch and life blabbings, and sometimes I have some extras. And today one of those is an extra. So if you are new and have come because you saw the title of the videos, you are so welcome, and I am happy that you're here. And if you're returning and a Mira lover, you know I appreciate you guys so much. So May starts Mira Mania, and if you are new, or if you're new, I love Mirabilias. I had been collecting Mirabilias for a very long time. I was very afraid to start them because they just seemed so glamorous and a little intimidating, because they had specialty floss and they had beads and they had Kreinik and, you know, quarter stitches or some sort of fractional stitches, some back stitch, which not is at all a big deal. Many of the patterns that I used to work back in the early 90s all had backstitch. And so that wasn't a big deal, but the fractionals were, the specialty stuff was, and I was just afraid to mess them up. And then I started watching some floss tubers, and I've mentioned them in prior videos, but they were really quite instrumental in helping me kind of get over that fear of Mirabilias, that they are no different than any other pattern you may have in your stash. You know, they may have a few differences, but nothing that can't be overcome. And what really clicked with me was one floss tuber that I was watching said, "It is just one X at a time." And that really clicked with me. I was like, well, yeah, why am I afraid of that? It is one X. I know how to do the X's, like silly, right? And so I started, and once I started, I can't stop. I have so many Mira whips. I love them, and Nora whips. And I continue to buy the patterns, and have been loaned patterns, have been gifted patterns. And I'm getting quite a nice little stash of beautiful Mirabilias and Nora Corbetts. And so a few years ago, I was like, you know, I wonder if there's other people who are like me, who also feel the same way, being intimidated by the Miras, or not being able to overcome that, ooh, what do I do beading? I've never done beading. Or, you know, Kreinik, I heard Kreinik's horrible. It is, in my opinion, but you know, again, nothing to not be able to overcome. And so I hope to help, even if it's just one stitcher, to look at their stash and go, I need to start these. So I started Mira Mania. Now, I'm sure I'm not the first one who started Mira Mania. I'm sure it was not my brainchild, and that, I mean, whoever started it, I mean, awesome. Like, a huge thank you, because what a great little catchy phrase, right? Mira Mania. And so I thought, you know, I'm gonna do a version of Mira Mania that makes sense to me. And so what I do is, this is a long intro, sorry. What I do is every Monday I choose a Mira that I actually have put together for Mira Mania. And from my stash, I've kitted her up, him, her, it, them, never know. And I kit it up, and then what I do is on the first day, so today I'm going to show you what it is, and the flosses and the fabric that was chosen. And then each evening of the week, so Monday through Friday, I put stitches in that pattern as much as I am able for the that, you know, I can do during the day, basically, the evening that I have time for. And then at the end of the week, or on Saturday, I upload the weekly vlog style videos, and then you get to see from day 1 and what it started to day 5 and how much I got done and all of that. And then what happens is it goes into my WIP pile, and then I have Mira Monday Stitching is a hashtag on Instagram, and I started that because I was like, if I could dedicate one day to some Mira in my stash, then they all get some sort of love, at least once a week. And so I started Mira Monday Stitching, and then, so that's what will happen. These will go into my WIP pile, and then they will get pulled out for some Monday at some point during the rest of my life and get work done. And the other thing I wanted to say also, if you're maybe a little more intimidated because Mirabilias are a bit bigger, Nora Corbett does two different design, I don't know that I'd call them designs, but she does 2 different styles. Styles might even be the wrong word. But anyways, she does 2 different things with her designs. She has Mirabilias, and they are like the fancy ladies and mermaids and just really beautiful patterns, but they're larger. They might be a little larger. They more involve the Kreinik specialty flosses, beading, not every one, but that's more what they are in. Nora Corbett, however, that design wave are smaller, typically smaller designs, and may not have either beading in them, or have very little beading, have very little Kreinik, very little specialty flosses, but they're maybe easier patterns to do. So if you have those in your stash and you're wondering, what should I do? That might be a good jumping point as well. So anyways, okay, what am I doing for week 1? This is week 1 of Maynia. I'm super excited, and let me give you a little hint. It's going in this Goose design bag. I don't know that each one of them will actually have a theme or a theme bag, but I just happened to have this one and it was empty. And so a beautiful Goose design bag. Any guesses before I show you the pattern? And then this is Goose design. Do a little plug for her. Her bags are beautiful and I love them. Her name is Denise, and she is on Instagram and FlossTube, and she has an Etsy store. And if you pause the video, you can get that information from the card, but I also will link it down below. Her bags are beautiful, and she puts out beautiful bags almost weekly, I think. She's got a nice stash, and they're well made and well priced. Okay. What mirror am I working on? Okay, well, I am doing Santa Mirabilia. I chose him first this time. I don't remember how long I've had him in my stash. Probably not even that long, but I just love him. And what I really like about him is he's full coverage. He is pretty much full coverage. And so he's just so pretty. He's just such a jolly Santa. I mean, I love him. And he is what I think of when I think of Santa, as nice and roly-poly with this beautiful beard and, you know, the bright red and just all the things. And then of course it's got, you know, the green and the holly berries in the back. And I mean, it's just, and you know, so much kind of gold colors and everything. Now, I chose this one also because one of the things about Mirabilias is that she may have a lot of blends in her patterns. This one only has one blend, which is fantastic, and I love that. And there are 5 packs of Mill Hill beads. So not horrific, no Kreinik, and no specialty floss. So that's why I chose this one, because you know, if you're looking for a pattern and you're afraid of maybe the Kreinik specialty flosses or whatever, or even beads, you don't need to do the beads. You can, and I'll leave a link below for a conversion, but there is a Mill Hill to DMC conversion. So you don't need to do the beads if that's not your choice. But this one I will do the beading on. So on Sunday night, I gathered up all of the flosses and put them, I mean, I had it kitted, but put them on the floss rings, floss tags. And this time, if you watched my last video, I forgot to put what color white I was working with on one of my Mirabilias, and now, actually, Nora Corbett, and no, a Mirabilia, and I didn't do that on this. I made sure that I put each and every, if it was black, it's Anchor Black. If it's white, I made sure it was either white or, you know, B5200, whatever it was. So I made sure that I actually put everything on instead of trying to think I can rely on my memory for a crew and black and white. I can't. So these are the flosses. I have all of the flosses, and it's really funny too, because when I was pulling the flosses, I was like, oh, there's purples in here, and there's like this kind of corally color, which I love coral. And you know, I get the flesh tones and stuff, but I was like, okay, where is the coral going in? I know where. It's going in the berries and in some of his red. Nora has this beautiful way of combining the colors, and you look at it and you go, that can't work. That can't work. Trust the process. It works. It really and truly works. And then I'm using the Called For, and it's really weird because looking at the picture, it does not look like that fabric, but she's calling for 32 count French lace linen or 16 count French lace Aida. And so I have a 16 count French lace Aida, but mine's very gray. Very gray. In fact, I would almost say that this is a touch of gray, but I don't know for sure. This is what I'm doing it on. I put my colors on there, and it looks beautiful. And because it is mostly full coverage, it is full coverage pretty much. I'm going to frame it super tight. So I honestly won't even really see the fabric. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it if it's not, yeah, I'm okay with it. So anyways, that is what I am doing, is Santa. Ooh, hee hee, there we go. Santa by Mirabilia for week 1. And I will, be vlogging week or daily my progress, my nightly progress, and you will get to see it all up on Saturday. So I will see you tomorrow. Hello again, and welcome to day 1 of actual stitching. So last night was Monday night, and I got a little bit of stitching in, and not as much because I know I have explained, you know, lots that Mondays are always hard because of work and whatever. Plus then I have the added factor of Mira Monday, which I did do stitching on my Mira for Monday stitching as well. And so I kind of had to share Monday with the Mira that I chose to stitch on for Mira Monday stitching, as well as Mira Mania. So just to remind you, this is the pattern I am working on, or the chart I am working on. It is Santa by Mirabilia, and he is such a jolly guy. I love him. I love him. And again, not a lot done, but some. I got that much done in day one. I started in the upper corner because he is full coverage, and there's a lot of greens and things up here before you start the reds in his hat. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to go down or if I'm going to go across so I can get some of this in. I actually like putting in my white stitches before I do the colors. And so I might, you know, go down far enough to where I can count over to the white and start in the white, which I must be a sucker. I must be a glutton for punishment is what it is, because darn close to every mirror that I've picked up recently, so much white. So many white stitches. So I don't know if I'll do that or if I will just, you know, leave everything to whatever and just say, go with the flow and do the top and kind of, you know, work in rows, work in columns. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll decide tonight when I continue going. But this is 3 colors of green in here so far. And yeah, I'm excited. It's exciting to see because you know that, you know, these spots in here, that's where a little bit of the berry is going to go. And so it's kind of exciting to see that and the burst. So anyways, I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I actually get quite a bit done tonight. I don't really have anything going on tonight, so hopefully. And yeah, so I'm excited. So I will see you tomorrow for tonight's progress. Until then, take care. Hello and welcome to day 2 of Mira Mania stitching. And I have to confess, I did not get a lot done last night. Great intentions, not a lot of follow through. So this is the pattern that I'm working on, and I am working on the top corner here and the greens. And I'll show you what I got done, which was not a lot. Yep. So again, got a bit more green done in the area. Oh my goodness, that is such a meager little amount, but that's what it is. So hopefully tonight, better stitching time. And you know how it goes, best laid plans. All right, I will see you soon for day 3's progress. Until then, take care. Hello and welcome to day 3 of Mira Mania stitching. And I'm going to show you last night's progress. And just a reminder, I am working on Santa, and I am working in the corner up here. I started in the upper corner on this pattern. And this, let's see here. There is the progress from last night. Not a whole lot. Well, that's not entirely true. There is actually a lot of progress in there. And this is 3 different colors of green, I think. Yeah, so that is a progress from last night's stitching. There is quite a bit, and I'm continuing to kind of work my way down, but now I think, okay, I'm getting bored of the green. So I'm thinking I might need to start some of the red. So there's a lot of red. He's got a lot of red. And he's also got a lot of white that starts in here. So I don't know. I think actually I will do the white before I do the red. There's some discussion whether or not if you put your white stitches in first and then do the color that is around it, you won't get maybe as much bleed. It has something to do with especially with reds, because it can not necessarily bleed, but it looks like the color can transfer is too strong of a word, but you know how sometimes DMC floss will fluff, for lack of a better word. And sometimes that can happen with your red and maybe not make it look I'm sorry, with your white and make it not look as sharp. So, so yeah, I might have to do some whites. All right. I will do some stitching tonight and be back tomorrow to show you day 4's progress. Have a good one, and until then, take care. Hello and good morning. Welcome to day 4 of Mira Mania stitching, and or Mira Mania, and I am going to show you last night's progress. I started a color. I couldn't, the green is lovely, but it's really funny because the more I look at it, it's like camouflage green. And so I actually put in 2 different colors. I started the actual border that goes around him, which is 3371, I believe, which is a brown. And then I put in some red. I just needed a little plop of color that was going to keep me a little bit more motivated for tonight's stitching. So just a reminder, working on Santa up here in the corner, and let me show you the progress. I'm actually pretty happy with the progress. So again, not a huge amount of stitching at night, but there we go. So I did start this border, and it goes all the way around Santa, and then I did put in some more green, and then I put in a red. So that red is 304, and it's actually a really pretty red. I like it. It's not like that bright red. It's kind of like a reddy pink-ish color, maybe. I mean, I'm not, was never good at art, so have no idea. But I do like it. The other color that's in there is 666, which is also one of my favorite reds, and that's very predominant in his hat and in his coat. So anyways, that's progress that was done last night. I will be back tomorrow morning for the last day of Mira Mania stitching on Santa, and so you'll be able to see my end progress, and I'll talk about some little nuances about it at that time. So I will see you tomorrow for the next video, and until then, take care. Well, hello and welcome to day 5 of Mira Mania, and I am here to show you last night's progress, the last day that I am going to work on this particular Mirabilia, at least for a while. It will go into my WIP stash, but this is what I've been doing for the week, Santa, and I have been working up in the corner. I did do a corner start and put in quite a bit of the green that needs to follow down a little bit, and then I got bored of the green, started in on some red. So last night I did not get a whole lot done because counting was hard, and I had to frog 3 times this red area here. In fact, you might even be able to still see kind of where I took it out, and it leaves. Red is very notorious for leaving color behind on your fabric, and there is a way to get rid of that. I just have not done it yet because I'm not finished. But yeah, so I got another color of, I did the second red color and put stitches in on that, but like I said, not a whole lot of progress because, so this is 5 days of progress. And remember, I only get to stitch, you know, maybe a couple hours a night, if that, if I'm lucky. Most of the time it might be 45 minutes. It just really depends on how late I get home, what has been happening, all those kinds of things. Okay, so what would I like to say about this mirror? I love this mirror. I've had it for a while. I don't remember how long. I know I've coveted it for quite some time and finally made the jump to buy it, though I don't remember when. And I've wanted to start it. Like, as soon as I got it, I wanted to start it, but I knew that I was going to have some Mira Mania plans, and so I was like, I'm gonna wait. What I am going to say, and what I think one of the reasons why I did not get as much done in Santa, is because a lot of the mirrors that I work on or have been working on in the past have great blocks of color. This, while there's color, this in here represents 3 different greens. And so it's not like a block of color. Like if you followed my last video where I did April's Blue Diamond for the month of April, it had a huge block of white and huge blocks of blue. And so there's not like a lot of color change, or like I hesitate to call this confetti because it's not really. There's still quite a few stitches of a color, but not as many as I would consider a block of colors. And so that kind of slowed me down a little bit because that involves more counting. And as we know, counting's hard for some of us. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I did not get as much done in Santa. And, but I'm okay with it because Santa's going to go in my WIPs and he will get pulled out for Mirror Monday stitching at some point in the future. I do have some other things to do first, so it definitely won't be a priority, but I am excited to get him pulled out again because I am working in a good section of like block red, and think that I will be able to get quite a bit done. And then before I hit the last red, I'm going to do the big blocks of white and then do the reds around the white. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get it sent out, started again. Anywho, okay, that is the end of week 1 of Mirror Mania. Next week, I will be back with week 2, and I'm excited for week 2. Tomorrow, I will be putting all of her floss, it's a her, onto Floss Rings, floss tags, and her fabric's all ready. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about her. And she does have blocks of color. So again, I'm really excited about her. So I hope that you enjoyed week 1 and that you are going to join me for week 2 and see which one I pull out and work on for the 5 days. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you really had a great time, that you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are moms of 2-legged peoples, 4-legged littles, birdies, fishies, whatever is in your life that you take care of and you consider yourself a caregiver to mommy. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to be spending it with my family and really enjoying that day. So until my next video, take care.